Hello everyone, welcome to Triple T Thursday. That's tips, tricks, talktorials. I am your host, Shelly Saves the Day. I'm excited to be chatting with you all today. I wanted to run through this video. In fact, I've already, good shake honey, recorded the video portion of it where I walk through it. I just have to actually go in and put in the parts where I'm editing, but it's pretty much a sneak peek of what you guys will be seeing here now. So I'm excited to show you and kind of walk you through a different set of things. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking a video that is in a widescreen or in a landscape type of orientation, and we're going to change it into a vertical video using various different methods. And I thought that would be an interesting one to go over with all of you. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. And as always, how are you? What's new with you? And most importantly, what's in your cup? Today in my cup, I have no cup. I'm back to the sparkling ice, and it is the strawberry and lemonade flavor. So that's what's in my cup today. I see Adam's Exploit in the house, and Adam's Exploits, I would expect nothing less than Poland Springs water. Pixelpia is in the chat as well. Hello, I'm sure it's probably coffee, usually coffee at this point. Hi, Shelly. Okay, awesome. All right, let's take a peek here. I want to make sure that I come in here and I had a 22-second video. Gotta find it. Where is this one? Let me just mute this site real quick. So tell me what's new in your world. By the way, channel members, you should have seen that there is now a video that is up as promised, which is the talk that I gave on Monday at DigimarCon, and that is the entire presentation as a members only exclusive video. So I hope you all will enjoy that one. Let me see if it downloaded to my phone, because I thought I tried to download it, but my internet was acting a little bit funny earlier today when I was trying to download, and it wasn't really doing it. So let me just verify that it actually came through, and let's look for videos. Looks like you're doing a cosmetic video. Oh, I was live over on TikTok. Is that what you mean? Because I was just doing a get ready with me, because I have to put makeup on anyway, so I figured I might as well put the camera on while I'm doing that, so that if anyone is out there and wants to say hello, they get to say hello, if that's what you mean. Is that what you mean? Because that's what I'm thinking that you meant. Good shake, honey. Okay, let me see if I can find this video. I had it on my thing, but now it's not showing. So let me see if I can download it again and save it to my phone. As well as when I'm doing that, let me see if I can hook up my phone. Y'all know sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it keeps saying I'm not connected to the internet. That's what I'm saying. It's being really weird today, because I know I'm connected to the internet, okay? Come on. Can you do this? Can you just work for me? That would just be too much to ask. Why? Oh, that's why? Okay. What's up, Anthony? Wall, good to see you. How are you? I am trying, y'all. Let me see if I have a video on this device. I wonder if I do, and then I can use that video. So yeah, if you want to check out that members only video, it is let me see if I have the info on what day it was even added. Thursday, March 21st. Okay, it says I have to be connected. See, that's what I'm saying. Thursday, March 21. It is on 10 different video ideas that any business can make. So that's what that, okay, I'll just download it again. So I think it's this one. I will just hit download on this, and we'll just run it through. Miss Jessica NB. Oh, you're new. I haven't seen your avatar around unless you've just changed your profile picture. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you here. Okay, let me see if I also hook up that's not what I wanted. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes up, teenage petulance. New screen recording. New movie recording. Yes. Give me my phone. Yes. All right. Yes. Now we're getting someplace. Great. Great. Here is the phone. And I think I can show y'all my phone. I'm new. See, I knew. All right. So I've downloaded it and I can see that nothing is happening there. Wow. Technology is not my friend today. Technology. Bear with me, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make this work. You just got to change the tires on the bus while it's in motion, but that's okay. We've dealt with worse. Let's go over here. I will airdrop this thing to my phone. How about that? That's got to work, right? Airdrop to my phone. Then I'm going to share my phone with you. Yeah, say hi to the... Done. But is it actually going to... That doesn't look like anything. Did you actually transfer the video file? 1 second. Continue. Are you going to play? Oh, it's only going to play the audio. This is fun. It doesn't even recognize it as a video file. Let me try this one. Info. Download. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't seem to be treating them as actual video files. That's new. I wonder if that's why I can't find it on my camera roll. Maybe it is. All right, give me 1 second here. We are learning things. We're not just finding out the wrong way to make a light bulb. We're finding 99 ways not to make a light bulb. March 21st is what we call that date. And, okay. Do you recognize yourself as a video? The answer is yes. Okay. Okay. So, again, if I try and download it off my phone, this is where it comes back and it says that it's not a video and I have to be connected to the internet. So, okay. Let me see if I can do it off of this phone. At least we have the date. March 21. Search. Take a 20-second video. Yes. And download it. Unless Google is having some sort of weird issue, because even on this one, I think it's not even on Wi-Fi. It's on cellular only. It's still not downloading it. So riddle me that. Riddle me that. March 21st. Okay, well, let me see if I can just look on here for March 21st. March 21. Unless it was on my other phone. Which it looks like it was. Nothing is ever simple like we want it to be, right? That's fine. We'll try something else. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to look for a video. I want a short video, though. That's the problem. And I had a whole plan. People. Let's see here. What if I... Excuse me. You know what? What if we revert to original? It's technically a 10-second video. That's not the best example that we've got. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to find you a video. Okay, we'll go with this one. We're going to heart it so I don't lose it. Now what I need to do is I need to bring it in as an overlay. So we got to do that too. So I need to add a camera source. I'm so sorry for anyone who's now like, what kind of live is this? You're like, it's not, I lie. It's usually half of this kind of shit show. It's not usually this much of a shit show. let me see here. We need a new overlay. And let me see if not you. Show and hide overlays. Yes. Now I want to bring in a camera overlay. And I want it to be not you. I want it to show. Oh, interesting. Now it has all the stuff that I wanted to show last week and I didn't remember all that. Okay. New image, new shape, new widget, new camera. I want a plus camera overlay. Good. Now I want to change the thing into my iPhone. There we go. Now I want to, we have a video. Excellent. Now I want the shape of it to be in the 9:16 so you can see my phone. Great. Now, all right, so you guys are now seeing my camera and you're seeing me, right? I'm gonna move it over here on this side. I think there's more room over here. Oh, goodness, praise be. All right, so here is my phone. Overlay. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is, so obviously this is a widescreen video. Now, if we decided that what we want to make is and it's not really important what's going on here. Originally it was, but if you're looking at it, what you have here, and hopefully you're not hearing any audio, is me moving around and I'm kind of boot scooting, boogieing because we have dance homework. And so I was doing dance homework. All right. So I'm moving around side to side, obviously, right? In one of my other examples, though, it's a better one because I'm actually moving side by side quite a bit, more so than this one. Okay, but I digress. We're not there. First thing that you can do, if you happen to be inside of an iPhone, you can do this inside of a Samsung or, Android phone as well. You're going to be able to go into the edit mode from here. And then from here, you could go into the crop menu. So if you go into the crop menu, let me see if I can. There we go. Hopefully you see it. The crop icon is going to be, are you seeing it? Let me see if I can show you more of it. I'm not sure if you all know what it looks like. It's the crop menu along the bottom, and then it's going to look like that. Then what we're going to do is change it into a 9:16, which is going to be we're going to grab the little bar here, and then it's going to say, what kind of shape and size do you want? So once I see that, I'm going to make sure that first I'm going to go, just click on anything, but then I'm going to, you can see the little icons. It says like original, freeform, square, wallpaper, all that kind of stuff. So you can come in here and you can say like original, you can see it's 9:16. Now these options are going to light up and I'm going to be able to go switch into this guy right here. So if you're doing some sort of talking head video where you're not moving around a lot, anything like that, you could really just slice down a third of it, right? So wherever that happens to be, you could kind of do your zoom in, and here I am. And then if you go back into the video part, if you were to kind of scrub through, be like, do I stay inside of the frame most of the time? Yes. So for the most part, we could be like, this is pretty good. Or we could come back into the crop and be like, oh, I don't want to cut my arm off. I can come back a little bit here, unzoom a little bit, come down like this. And then when I come back into the video and I scrub through and I look and I say, am I hanging out in the middle for the most part? And so if you don't have anything on the screen, if you don't have anything that, is fine being cut off, then this is the easiest way to do it on your phone. And then you would hit done at the top. And if you hit done, it's going to say, do you want to save this sometimes as like as a new video? Do you want to save this as, I'm going to revert to original on this one real quick. Revert to original. Then you could just, now you can see it goes back. So one of the times, usually you'll have the option to like save as a copy. So if I make some sort of edit to the thing, I like to go in and save as a copy. That way, then you're able to, what happened to it? It went away. Why'd it go away? Come back. Oh, look at that, side by side. All right then, that's kind of fun too. So let's go with this. I don't know why it's like that though. Can I still make it, why is it? It's all wonky. That's probably not the best thing for it. I'll minus that. I don't want to bring it back in. Okay, so that's going to be one of the first things that you can do. Next thing that we're going to do is if you need to, I needed an example. It's fine. It's fine. So you can do that, like I said, though, in either iOS or in Android. Either way should have some sort of crop option, and you should be able to go in and make a 9:16. Or if you find that it's going to cut off too much, there is an option. You could do like a 4:5, which is going to be that 1080 by 1350, which is the portrait size. And then we could bring it into some sort of program and then add, whoa, goodness, I almost knocked stuff over. Add the blurry background stuff in the background, and we're going to get to that. But that would also be an option. Okay, so questions, comments, concerns so far. What's going on over here in the chat? Let's see here. I am new. Welcome, Jessica. Old karate guy, Muzzy. That's, yeah, Muzzy. Yeah, Muzzy. We're going to call you Muzzy. Exactly. I'm stuck on the phone and my PC tells me critical error and restart. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good at all. And Johnny Bean is in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you again. And let us know what you're sipping on. Oh, and all of a sudden, James Pruitt is in the house. I meant to ask you, when you say finding your balance like that, do you mean to misspell balance? Is it like some play on words that I don't know about, or is there some other meaning? Or is it just like, oops, I didn't realize. Just curious. Not judging, just curious. Okay, so that was way number one. Now, let me see if I can go in and come back and see what happened to me sharing my screen. Where did it go? I want to delete this. I had my camera. And it was not the cam link. I wanted to make sure I changed this back into the Shelly's iPhone. Yes, in a tall with, a color border. All right, let's try that. Okay. All right, so where are you? Why don't I see you? Oh, showing all scenes. I think I know why. Okay. It's rotating through scenes. I think I told you guys that once before in Ecamm. And so if it's not in all the scenes, then it flips off into a different one. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting how it does that. I don't want screen mirroring. I don't want that. Okay. What I wanted was for you to show my phone. I don't want it to show it like that though. I want it to show it as a new overlay. Okay, let me come into main camera only. There it is. Yeah, it's because it wasn't in that scene. Excellent. Okay, but why does it say stop mirroring? That's not even showing on the screen. That's really weird. What if I stop showing this? Does that go away? No, sure doesn't. Interesting. What if I delete you? What if I delete you? And what if I stop showing you for a second? And then will you refresh? Nope. So what if I have something else? Does it show now? No. Why? But why? It's frozen because I'm looking at something else, y'all. That's weird. Let's look at something else. What if I try and do A? And then I want you to show this. Haha. Oh, what are you doing? I don't want to disconnect. Disconnect. Now does it show? No, it still says screen mirroring, doesn't it? Screen. It doesn't show that screen. Why not? Why? But why? Oh, it doesn't recognize it anymore. Okay, hold on. Let me unplug and replug. I will say, ever since like the whole continuity camera and everything, I tried it once. It kept freezing on me so many times that I couldn't even like use it. And I don't know if it's just weird. Operation could not be completed. Yeah, you think? Now I have the spinning rainbow of death. The think screen. You know the one. You don't want it. Okay, wait. It's going to be fine, everyone. It's going to be fine. New movie. Yes. And not you. Other camera. I want the... Why don't you see my phone? Why don't you see it? Why is it not showing up? Now I'm getting angry. Just give me a second. Now, you better start working and showing yourself. Back into QuickTime. Screen recording. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. Just kidding. Movie recording. Showing the phone. You can disconnect to remove the phone from the Mac camera list. Connected to Mac Studio. I don't want it to be connected to Mac Studio. Disconnect. I just want to show the screen. Yes. Show me. I'm starting to get angry now because it keeps thinking, how do I turn off continuity camera? I think that is really screwing it up. Continuity camera. Hand off. Continuity camera. Absolutely not. Nope. Hand off. No. I'm going to turn it all off. I'm going to turn all of that off. I really think it's that. Second here. Come back to this. Has anyone successfully had continuity camera just working really, really well for them and been like, oh, I love it, it's so great? I tried to do an unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S24 when I first had it, and quit. It like crapped out and died on me so many times. It was so dumb. I was so angry about it. Okay, we're gonna try this again. QuickTime. File. Movie recording. Show me the phone. Show me the phone. It's not showing me the phone. Why not? Speaker, screen. No, no, no. We're going to keep cool, calm, collected. It's going to be okay. Give me a second. It's going to be okay. Let me see if I can do something else real quick. Let me just try and download a different video to my computer, and we'll see what we can do. We're going to search for a video. Apologies, anyone out there. I need a wide video. I'm sorry, talk amongst yourselves for 1 second. I will be back, okay? One of these has to work. One of these is gonna work. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, let's go to my downloads. Wait a second. No. This video is absolutely compatible, so I don't understand what the heck is going on. Something weird is going on. Let me see what happens when I bring it into a video project. Something really weird is happening. Missing plugin. It's not letting me play any videos on my computer. Something has gone very wrong. Wait a second, what in the world? What in the world is happening here? It's saying I don't even have plugin to play any of these videos. Okay. Through a process of elimination, we are finding out it's not the problem that I thought it was, which is really interesting. Okay, what happens if I try something else? Okay. What was that video called? It was the Create Your Own Linktree. So I'm just going to mute this. Okay. So hello. I'm so sorry you guys are watching this go down in this awfulness. Let me go into the scenes. Show scene window. Let me see if I can do me and screen share. This one? Yes. All right. So let's say I am here in a video, and in this particular case, you can see that this is a widescreen video. And in this widescreen video that is 16:9, what we want to do is we want to then convert this into a vertical video. So if you were sitting here inside of Final Cut Pro, one of the easiest things to do is probably go into a right click. We're going to duplicate project. Here's the thing though, if you duplicate project, it's going to give you the exact same settings. So it's already a 16:9 wide, so we don't want that. So we're going to duplicate project as. So when we come in here and we say duplicate project as, one of the things that you can do in Final Cut Pro is I can say, I want this to be a vertical video, and I want it to be in a 1080 by 1920, which is going to be those orientations flip-flopped. And then the next thing that we can do is we can hit Smart Conform. This is also the same as Auto Reframe is inside of Premiere. So if you see that and you kind of like duplicate your project and you do kind of the Smart Conform over there, and we've done that, I've shown you on mobile app what that looks like. We're going to do this and we're going to hit OK. So what it's going to attempt to do is try and find out what the main subject of the video is and try and keep that towards the center. So it'll do some of your keyframing for you, and then you'll be able to go in there and finish the rest. So you can see here, let me move myself. You can see here that I am in a 16:9 window, but there is a new project that was created. And so I'm going to double click on it now for you. And you're going to see that it has changed that orientation into a 9:16. And if we kind of quickly scrub through this, we're going to see for the most part, right? It's me, talking head. It is identified that I'm the main subject. I'm the star of the show. So if you have something like this, where all of a sudden now you have what was on screen, you could obviously go in and try and like shrink it down. So here, let me just show you. If we were to do something like this and something before I come back in around here, and take this section here. And then if we go in here to the kind of like move it aroundness, if there was something that was just like on the screen, something like this, we could just come in and be like, this is what it looks like. And that may or may not work for you on all the stuff. You have, obviously you can see like text is on the screen. So I could come in here and I could create like a text object or like just a box, or increase the size so you don't see that. You could go into, you know, your backgrounds or whatever. And because this one may not be helpful. Let me see here. So there's a break in here, and come over here. If I say this one look like this, right? I could take a new screenshot and overlay it in here, but obviously this is still way less work than having to redo the whole thing by itself, right? So if you do something like this, that's one way that you can do it. It can try and keep the subject in the center. Now, someone has asked me, can you do this inside of iMovie? And I do want to say yes, but first, one other thing I want to show you. So let's just take a chunk of this video. I'm just going to take from here to here, and we're just going to pretend that this is our video and that this is what we want. Okay, so we have this. You may or may not like how large your head or something else is, and this is something to keep in mind when we're thinking of framing. If you are thinking that you maybe want to take something that is wide and then going to become vertical, maybe think about your framing and don't be so up close, because if you slice down the center, it's going to be really, really close, obviously, right? Whereas if you have more room around your frame, then you're going to have more room to play with. So if we take something like this and then we say, oh, you know what? I only want my head to be about this big. That is not a cute expression for me. Like if I just want my shoulders to touch the edges, something like this, right? Then you're going to be like, great, what do we do with top and bottom? You could do something like, you know, move it up and then put captions on here. You could do a solid background, but something that's also very popular is to add that bokeh or like really blurry kind of like underlayer. So the way that we would do that is we're going to take this layer and we are going to duplicate it. Now, when you do that, then you're going to stack them on top of each other. When we do this, obviously, you're going to have two videos, two audios going, so you're going to want to make sure that you reduce the volume on one of them. Doesn't really matter since it's the same clip. So you would either detach audio and, you know, delete that audio, or you can just drag down that audio down to 0 and have nothing. So you're going to be like, well, great, Shelly, now I have two playing one audio, but it's not doing much. So we're going to take the layer that's on the bottom, then we're going to stretch it till it fills the frame. And we might even do something like this and just make it hit all of the edges. Okay. And then you're like, but this makes me kind of dizzy because it's kind of like showing the top and bottom, and that's not great for all of this. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over into like this effects panel, and then we're going to go into GAU for Gaussian. And then we're going to drag that effect onto the bottom. So you're going to see it's really blurry here. And if we go into the options, we can go in and change the amount of blurriness, like how blurry you really want it to be. So you can have no blur, which is obviously what we don't want. And then we're going to change it over here. You can kind of change direction and blurs too. This is a built-in effect into Final Cut Pro. You can do this. So if we have something like this, there you go. Now you're also still going to be able to put in captions if you want to, let's say. And if you don't like the look of the microphone here, we could do something like this. Come in here, change it to a crop, and then come in here and cut off that bottom of that mic. Oop, I'm still on the bottom one. Be on the top one. Cut off this. There we go. Because we have plenty of the top and bottom anyway, right? So we could do something like this. Go back into the transform. Make this a little bit taller. No one will ever know. There. And then we could go in there and add like captions on top and bottom, or I had like a makeup video where I listed the brushes that I was using. I gotta stop clicking things. So you could do something like that. Or if you were some sort of business or brand, you could have not only captions, but any of your contact information. So if you were doing some sort of real estate video where it might look better if it was already widescreen and you don't want to cut it off too much, then maybe you have that, and then like your logo for your, you know, whatever company you're with and contact information, something like that, and then turn it into an Instagram reel. There you go. So you would be able to do something like that and then now you have, that is a horrible expression on my face, okay? So now we have the video with the blurry video at the background, right? So you're going to be able to export this and then put it wherever you need to. Now, if we need to go into iMovie, let's go ahead and open that up and show you what that looks like. It says, I really hate chatting on my phone. What did I miss? What did I miss over here? What did I miss? Ooh, that just made it too large. All right. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can drag this option over here, make this bigger, full screen. All right, so hopefully now what you're seeing is iMovie. So one of the things with iMovie as a trick, let's start at the beginning. If we go into these projects and we go into a project here and we start a movie, okay, you're going to see that the default option when you have this is going to be a widescreen type of video. And obviously, well, not obviously, let me show you. One second. So if I go to, I'm going to come over here real quick, make sure I just am on here and import a video and just make sure, where is that video that we just imported? Media. Nope. What was the name of that video that we were just looking at? It was, let me go back into that, not iMovie, cancel that. It was called, you know what, let me just export this real quick. Oh no, I don't want to do that because that's the book on and I have to show you how to do that first. Wait just 1 second. Here we go. So here is this video, and this video is 3 minutes long. All right, so let me just grab this much of it. So it should export pretty quickly. And I'm going to export this. Give me 1 second while I example video. I swear to goodness, y'all, I did have this all worked out in a plan in my head. Just, you know, it all goes to hell in a handbasket every once in a while. You know what's really funny? You guys know Angelique, my friend. She was on her Instagram story the other day and saying that she was in the car with her husband and she was saying everything's going to hell in a handbag. And then her husband was like, stop, what? No, it's in a handbasket. And she's like, no, it's handbag. And then she put up a poll, like, which one is it? Which way do you say it? And I was like, as far as I know, I mean, you could say it both ways, but I always heard it most often as handbasket. So I pass the question off to you. What do you all think about that? All right, so let me see if I can just drag this project in as we think about that. So if I come back over here and I say me and share. All right, so here we are in a brand new project, a movie project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to video example. I'm going to drag it in here. So you can see that this is a 16:9 project. And if I bring this down onto my timeline, it is a 16:9 project, right? So if I were to try and then crop this particular thing, and if I try to do anything, it's not great. Okay, so here, I'll show you what I mean. So first of all, let's say I decide to do this, and this is one way that you could try and edit a vertical video, is we could then try to crop to fill and do something like this, because it knows that it's a 9:16. So here we go. We've turned this video on its side and we're going to say, okay, and we're good with this, right? So if you do this, then what you would do is you would go through and edit your video. And then after you export it, you would tip it on its side after, you know, inside of QuickTime, you could do it and rotate it. It's a real quick keyboard shortcut. You could airdrop it to your phone and then rotate it in the photo editing type of just the base one that it is already on your phone. So this is what you would need to do, and then you would be, yes, editing with your head all crooked. But that's one way, but that only works if you're just trying to crop down the center. So let me undo that and let's go back, and you see it as a 16:9 project. So what we actually have to do, if we tried to do a crop and we tried to crop to fill and we tried to do something, you're going to see you're not going to have the option because it's still in a 16:9. And even if you manage to get something that's in a 9:16, what you'll actually have is a 16:9 with the wide, with the black bars on both sides. You could edit your video this entire way if you know that everything is always going to fit directly down the middle. Then do the trick that we first used with the phone, which is go into your editing and cropping, slice down the center, right? And then just export that as a different video. So that's also a workaround. You could do that. What instead I think would be better to do, we'll say that. Instead of hitting create new, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to do file, new app preview. Okay. So yes, we're going to not show this warning again, but when we do this, we're going to hit okay. Now here is the deal. If I were to bring in that same example video and I come down here and I drag it onto my timeline, it's going to act like a 16:9 video of like we just did. Okay. So it's not going to actually still be a vertical video. The deal with app preview is that it will set the project to whatever the first video set is, if that makes sense. So the first thing that we would need to do is just make sure that you have a 9:16 video file. So let me just drag in a video that I know is 9:16. So here we go. You can see that this one is a 9:16 video. It's not going to have black bars on the side. And now if I were to add this onto my timeline, okay, this project is now set as a 9:16 project instead of 16:9. You can see this. And now if I drag in that next one, you can see, right, that it is cut it off and kind of shown you where that crop is going to be. So this is where we could go into that crop, move that bounding box here, so that basically it's kind of deciding where that is going to be. And once we're done with that, then we can delete the first, and the project will still remain as a 9:16 wide. So this is the trick to do that. Now you can go ahead and complete the rest of your edits that you want to do inside of iMovie, and when you go to export this, it will come out as a 9:16. So this is the workaround if you want to create a vertical video inside of iMovie, is create app preview. Now let's just say right here where I have my little QR code come up on screen, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to create a break, split clip, Command B. So we're going to come over here to the other side of it. It's about here, let's say, Command B. So just for this, I'm going to go back up to that cropping tool, and I'm going to change it like right here. All right, so that's one thing that you could do, but obviously my little QR code is not perfectly center. And let's just say it's something else, not a QR code. This is just as an example because it has very clear and definitive edges. So what I'm going to do on this is actually I'm going to start over here and go back to my little cropping tool. And instead of a crop to fill, we're actually going to do a Ken Burns. Now this happens like a panning type of action. And because it's already in this 9:16, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we're in a 9:16. Hopefully you all are seeing this. And then we get to set the before point and the after point. So we have these two different points. So you can see that we have the edges of the square here on one side of the edge and then the other edge. So if we come back and we play this across that thing, it should do that across the thing. So if you have something that is inside of your video that is widescreen, that really, like maybe I am moving because like I was showing you in that example video where I'm moving around with dancing, that is how you would kind of like keep me moving. So it starts to look like, you know, the people who do like the face tracking type of videos or something like that. You're going to be able to replicate that same type of thing if you're using this and the Ken Burns, I think, the Ken Burns. So you can also then, if you want to, you can go back in and switch the direction that it's going. There should be an option when you're doing this. If you're on the right clip, boop, we go back to the cropping, we go into the Ken Burns. There is an option later where you can kind of duplicate the clip and you can swap the directions that they go. So instead of it going from one direction to the other, it scans the other direction. So that happens if someone is moving like back and forth. That would be a good option to use to just split that clip again, and then you'll be able to reverse that Ken Burns. That's how I would do that. So it's basically acting like keyframes. As long as that thing is like linear and sideways, it works out really great for that. So that's another way that you can do that. Now let's say that what we want to do though, I'm just going to delete this part real quick. Just for funs and giggles, I want to show you. So we're inside of iMovie. Okay, so we're going to take this clip, we're going to delete it. So we're going to come over here and we're going to say, we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it. And then you should be able to stack. You get one overlay inside of iMovie. You can have then also one text overlay, and you can have some audio overlays as well, but you only get one video overlay at a time. So if you need to do this multiple times, because you have multiple overlays that you want to do, you would need to export whatever part of your video that you want, bring it back in, then add your third overlay, export. Like, obviously you guys get it. Okay, so if we have something like this, then let's say we have to come back to the one on top. We're going to come up here and we're going to do let's say we're doing this, and this is going to be a really scary thing here real quick. We're just going to do, wait, it's still going to have it be in the top. Let me just think about this for a second. There's a way, how did I do this? Because that's not exactly what I want to do. I want to do it the reverse, don't I? Sorry, I had my example all set before and now I'm all flustered because of the thing. So what we were going to do is, let me just make sure that that's correct. Okay, maybe it was, you could do it as a picture-in-picture, but I want to crop this too. So that's not right. You. Okay, picture in picture. I don't want a keyframe. I want to be able to crop this one, and that's not doing it. It's not a split screen. It's not a cutaway. It's a, no, this is right. What did I do wrong? I messed up somewhere. There was a step that I was supposed to do. Well, let me also throw this on here. Then you're gonna find, not you. There is a background transitions. No, it's a background. It's not a transition, it's the background. Where is the one that I wanted? It is the, oh, it's maybe because I'm in app preview. Because of that, I don't have as many options. That's right, I knew that. Okay, screw that. Anyways, you guys get it. There is a thing though that scale bottom, full screen, black bar, titles. It's not a title, it's not a transition. It is a, there is something that you should have access to in here. I have to think about that for a second because I had it. What was I missing? Oh, maybe it's a filter thing, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. We go in here, we find a filter. There you go. And then we have a noise reduction, equalizer, clip filter. So obviously you guys can see like there's a filter in the background to make it look different. And you can come in here and you can choose, ooh, like the negative, ooh, like the x-ray one. You can get all kinds of crazy with it, but anyway, you can come in here and you would also still change the volume on one, but you can see that you can do different effects or something like that. And if you found that it also, you've already finished the video, you could go in, apply the effect on just this filter, come back in, add the overlay in a second round after you got to clip it down to size. That's another option. The third option I want to give you, I don't know, was it 3 options? It's several options, okay? So I'm going to make sure I get this up and show it to you. Continue. So we're going to do a new one. We're going to come over here. Oh, it's still in full screen over here. That's why I can't share it with you yet. Let me bring this one. Come on. Come on over. Come on over, baby. All right, there's that one. So I'm going to take this. Why is it? It really doesn't like that. So I'm going to come over here. So I'm just going to create a blank presentation. I'm in Keynote now, by the way. So I'm going to Command A everything. I'm going to get rid of it. Then over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the slide and edit slide layout. No, it's not you. Not you. Done. It's in the format, isn't it? Format. And let me find it. It's been a while, guys, that I've been in here. Document. Document. And we're going to change this slide size into a custom size. We're going to reverse these 1080 by 1920. It's going to change that into an up and down 16 by 9 into a 9 by 16. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take, you know what, this format, and we are going to, let's just make this one purple because it's on brand for right now. You know what, I want a gradient. This so doesn't matter. I just want a gradient in the purple realms. Oh, that's kind of pretty. We'll leave that. Now, the next thing that we can do is we can take that little example video that we had, drag it onto Keynote. There we go. Then, all right, till I hit my little center. Center, where are you? You're not going to give me my center? Okay. I'm going to zoom out down on this slide so it's real small, even smaller. Then what you can do is if you want to do the same thing with adding your text or whatever else, you could do that. But here we go. We have this. And then now you have a 9 by 16. And as long as you're slicing down the middle, you can export this. And it's just going to take what is kind of, you can see here highlighted, and what's in the background of the video. All the sides will be cut off. It will only give you the 9 by 16 video. So this is another way that you can also, with a free tool besides iMovie, that way if you want to do some cool things with effects, text, whatnot, you can do it all inside of Keynote, then export this as a video, and you will have a 9 by 16 video as well from your landscape video. So comments, questions, concerns that people have. Let me see what y'all are saying over here. I did a video about reframe and Fillmore last week. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, Noti Buddy's in the house. Tech for Your Needs is in the house. Hello, hello. Tech Woes, yeah, the hand basket. I get annoyed when people change sayings. I could care less. Yes, I know about that one. And it says, kind of a nasty definition. And Google it. Don't want to post it here. I'm a PC. I don't have any of these programs. They are all Apple-based. So this is Keynote. So this is Keynote, yes. So like I said, you could still come in here and do some animating and of text or something like that. So now we've done it inside of Keynote. We've done it inside of our camera roll, which you can do on Apple or you can do in Android. You can do this inside of iMovie. You can do it inside of Final Cut Pro. You can also do this inside of Adobe Premiere Rush, and I have a video showing you how to do that with the auto reframe option that's already built into that. So that's 5 different ways that you can do it there. You can also do it, I was trying to show you all inside of InShot, which is you take the video, you can select the widescreen one. It will ask you if you want to do the bokeh, if you want to do like a clear background or a solid color background. It will also do that for you. And then you would do the same thing kind of as we did with the keyframing. You can do that inside of it in case you have a subject that's moving around, because it will tend to slice down the center as well. So InShot is available. I use it on both Android and on Apple. So there's that. And then I'm pretty sure you could do this inside of CapCut. Very, very similarly available on both as well as on desktop as well. So there is a whole bunch of different ways that you can take that widescreen video and turn it into a vertical video. Some were more successful than others in showing you, but hopefully you kind of get the gist of it. And like I said, I will be illustrating basically these 5 different ways to do it inside of my next, inside of one of my next YouTube videos as well. So hopefully, yes, you can do it inside of CapCut too. Questions, comments, concerns from any of the viewers. And you're not just viewers, you're my friends, but comments, questions, concerns from my friends watching. Oh, you know what? Look at that. We actually had 11 thumbs up. 11 thumbs up. Oh, also a 6th way is inside of Descript. I didn't show you that one yet because it needed to do a big ol' update, but that will also be in the video as well, where you can take the 16:9 and then cut as well. And that makes it really, really simple. So if you want to do that and then add some captions on, so that's really great if you're taking long form videos and then you're creating shorts from them and you want to put the captions on, you can do that. Although you can do captions inside of CapCut as well. So yeah, that's right. No excuses now, because now you also know how to do the one with the bokeh effect. You have the pretty gradient background. You've got, you know, all kinds of different ways to show you how to do this. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for bearing with me through all of the technical difficulties. I promise you the video where I show all of these ways will be much more concise. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget, members, you have access to the hour-long presentation that I did on Monday, which was 10 video ideas that any business can make right now. So if that is interesting to you, and you don't have to be a business, it's just that people there were in the digital marketing space for brands, businesses, and whatnot, I would highly advise maybe you go take a peek at it, because there is some stuff in there that I haven't shared with the class. So Shelly School was in full effect. All right. Hope y'all have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye, y'all.